Stop looking up into my brain.
Oh, damn it.
No, don't say that.
All right, we are here at my buddy Brandon's house. We got a very exciting day for you guys. This is gonna be epic.
Ooh.
All right, so we're here with my buddy Brandon. He just got this Jetsurf in the mail, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about what this thing does, and then we're gonna go out and test it out. What is this thing? What drew you into this?
I rode my cousins for the first time in the Midwest last summer. I absolutely had to have one. These are made in the Czech Republic. You can't go to the store. You can get one through someone in the U.S. So just wanted to give a shout out to Jetsurf, Panama City Beach. They are the only people that I would talk to try to get one of these from the Czech Republic. Also shout out to State Storage across the nation. So it showed up yesterday. I patiently waited so that we could do this unboxing for you.
He waited for me to show up. What a nice guy.
So let's take a look at everything that we got. So right off the bat, you can tell this is the center fin, and everything's really nicely packaged. I mean, everything's got a holder. So the entire board is bulletproof Kevlar, carbon fiber, the entire board. So is the board expensive? Yes, but is it worth it? 100%. Having a bulletproof board, I mean, that's gonna cost a little money. So there's the center fin. So just like on a surfboard, you'd have a tri-fin. So here are your side fins. Again, 100% carbon fiber. All right, so here's all the tools. Looks like we got a Phillips. Hex.
Some weird hex.
Again, this came from the Czech Republic, so everything's going to be metric. But it's nice that they have all these tools for you that you don't have to go out and get. Spark plugs. It is a engine-driven jet. So it is a motor, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Looks like I got a pocket here for oil, for all the engine parts. So in here's the lanyard. So if you're regular foot, like me and Derek, it's going to go on your left wrist, since we lead with our left foot. And then I'm pretty sure that this is a magnet, because there's no contact point. And this is what will tell the Jetsurf to turn on. And I don't know if this is a bad idea, but it's off right now, obviously. Putting it in here, 1, 2, 3, turns it on. So the ICU is now operating and it's ready to run. So if I put this back in, the engine will start, and I have 5 seconds or less. The engine's gonna fire up and it's gonna go with or without me. Now, if it does take off without me, this is gonna pull off because it's attached to my like survival grade wristband here, and it'll kill the engine. So it won't get far from me. Swim to it, grab it, pull it back. There you can hear the bilge pump turn on right there.
Is it just gonna stop doing that and like?
I think so. I think so. I mean, there's no off button.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking, there's no off button. So then we got this bag here. Everything is really high quality. None of this is cheap China crap at all. Everything's well built. So again, this is from the Czech Republic. So here we have our European. Here we have our United States. I guess you could call this one international. It's not just Europe. It's pretty much everywhere but here, like metric. And so you're probably like, well, why is there a battery? It needs a battery to start the engine. So you do have to charge it. It has lithium-ion batteries connected to the ICU. The battery is simply starting the engine every time you want it to go. It does not have an alternator. So you have X amount of battery life, and once that battery's dead, the engine isn't going to start anymore. So you can see there's the thickness of the board. Inside this thin space, this thin small space, is a 2-stroke engine with a jet connected to it. So you have your fuel tank here. Now, this is the 2020 Jetsurf race. The race is not the top model because there's a titanium. That one costs $3,000 or so. Don't quote me on that. More dollars. Anyway, it's a lot more money. The main thing that I saw on the high-end model was it has a titanium muffler. The titanium package comes with this upgraded muffler. So I got the second level because there's also adventure and there's some leisurely ones. I got the race version, but I paid extra for the upgrade and got the titanium package muffler, and they installed that for me either in Florida or the Czech Republic. Again, I am not a mechanic, but I know simple things. Here's your spark plug. So, you know, here's your motor. Here's your shaft to the jet.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your gas tank. It asked for 95 octane. I couldn't find 95 octane in Portland. So, I don't know if racers, street racers or drag racers or anyone has access to 95 octane, but hit me up if you do. 92 is the highest I could find. So I got 92 octane, and it is a 50-to-1 mixture. So 50 part fuel and 1 part marine grade or fully synthetic oil. And you have to mix that up. The ICU is back here. So when you take this flying, and you can take it on the airplane, you take your ICU out, empty your gas tank, get everything nice and clean, and then you carry your ICU with you on the airplane. You've got your air intake right here. That one I know. So if you can see my fingers going inside here, this is where air is brought in. Back here, which you wouldn't be able to see, but there's a bilge pump back here. So water's gonna get in here, and this thing is not a flotation device. You cannot lay on this thing because you're exhausted from getting thrown off and swimming all day because you're tired. This is not a flotation device. If you lay on this thing while it's not moving, it will fill with water. When that happens, you could flood your engine, but the bilge pump will do its job the best that it can in pumping that water out of the cavity. This is your indicator light for the battery and the ICU. So they'll be green and they'll be red. It'll basically tell you what's going on in the board generally. But you can see even here like how nicely everything was packed because it did come from the Czech Republic. Even the back. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So here's your jet. This, believe it or not, is the muffler. On the 2020 model, and I don't know if this is on any of the models because I haven't seen it, this one has a silencer, which is pretty rad because it's a 2-stroke engine. If you've ever seen a motocross motorcycle, they're loud. Yeah. So this is a silencer. It feels like it's ceramic. It's a really weird material, but it's supposed to keep the decibels down and not piss off all the rich people that live down by the river. So we'll see how that goes. But you can see here, it's got a little hook. They even have a cover for this very nice carbon fiber tail fin. And underneath, you can see the intake.
Yeah.
So that's where you try to suck in water and not suck in leaves and seaweed and whatever else you come across in rivers and oceans. You can take this out in the ocean. There's just a very long process on cleaning it once you get out because the salt water will corrode everything. So this is an engine powered. Jetsurf does have a battery powered Jetsurf board now. So the battery powered one runs 40 to 50 minutes and then hours to charge it. So you do get tired after 40 or 50 minutes of riding this thing. You really do. But you're done then for the day. You're done. Or you go have lunch or something, but you can't ride. And when its tank gets empty, which is again about 50 minutes of riding, you just put more gas in and you keep going and you ride all day.
Yeah.
So the engine will get hot. It's water cooled. So the reason that bilge pump is there and it's spraying water out at all times, even when you're not taking water in, is because it is running the cold river water or the ocean water through the engine to keep it cool. So it literally can run all day because it's got a cooling system. So I'm gonna lift it up now. They say don't lift up by your bindings, so I will follow the rules. They want you to lift it up by the board. And there's the bottom. And you will see a lot of the bottom because the thrust of this jet is so powerful. You don't have to find wake anymore to get air. You just pull the trigger. You know, with wakeboarding, you need a big wake and a big boat or a really big boat for wake surfing. And you got to have that wake to get air. This thing, you just pull the trigger and you're out of the water, literally airborne. So again, there's the intake and the jet shoots out the back. These fins are staggered because they've thought so deeply into this that a goofy footer will have their fins staggered in the opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see the slot's missing here and its slot's missing here, this is set up for regular foot. So you would move these spacers for your fins if you were goofy. So you do ride an edge. It definitely, you can feel that edge, but the fin is a huge part of turning. Huge part of it. Top end, nobody knows for sure because I've heard a few things, but this is the fastest and it'll do 45.
45.
Yeah, it'll do 45. I think on a good day with glass, I think you could hit 50 miles an hour. Now remember, this isn't a speedboat. This is a board strapped to your feet. And I don't think anyone who hasn't been into water sports understands 30 miles an hour on the water is fast.
Yeah.
It is fast. 50 is ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But we'll hit 40 today for sure. I don't think we're even going to get half throttle on this thing. It's the 2020 race version with the titanium upgrade. So speed is going to be the last concern of ours today. I'm 6'1", 210 at least. So to kind of keep that in reference when you see us both riding today, Derek's just a little shorter. No water sports, right?
I went wakeboarding once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you get up?
I did get up for a little bit.
That's the hardest part.
So.
That's the hardest part. And then you're so excited when you get up the first time in a wakeboard, you just eat shit.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God, I'm up. What do I? And then you just slip out. So I told you the one part. You're going to have your survival grade wristband on. You're going to put the key in the top. You have, it's not exact every time, so just be ready. All I can tell you is it's seconds. It's like, call it 3 seconds, and the engine's going to fire up. If you don't get on the trigger, it'll die.
Okay.
It doesn't have an idle. Like, it's not a boat. Be ready for the engine. As soon as that engine hits, you're going to jump up on the board while holding the control and staying on the gas so the engine doesn't die. And you're going to throttle at least 1/8 of the trigger, and it's going to pull you. So now you're laying on your stomach and it's pulling you.
Uh-huh.
Once you feel like you're not sliding off and you're on top of the board and you and the board are one, you're going to pull your body up and you're gonna kneeboard.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna kneeboard for a while. I don't want you to stand up. I want you to kneeboard and just have fun. It's a riot. So for kneeboarders, this is just as fun. Like, Jordan, my 6-year-old, can be on the front. I can be on the back, and it's powerful enough where we can just kneeboard around. It's that powerful. So you're gonna be up here on your knees, just kneeboarding around with here, and you're just gonna be leaning. That's all you're gonna do. Lean this way, and you're just gonna have fun like that for a while. When you're comfortable, you're going to keep your left knee down, and you're gonna bend your right leg up, and you're gonna at least try to get your foot this good.
Yeah.
In one smooth motion, you're gonna push your body weight forward, standing up, and you're gonna stick it. And it is a stick. It's like surfing. When you pop up, and you stick your feet on your board.
Yeah.
It's not gonna land in the binding right away. Well, it's never happened for me anyway. So if you at least get your foot on the pad, that's better than anything. Now you're kind of like riding around like this, and you're gonna be pushing down on that front foot while you're giving it more gas. And as soon as you get close to level, you're gonna start wiggling your foot in. And I have these loose all the way. You can strap them down and tighten them down harder.
Yeah.
But for right now, like, that's the hardest thing for me. For me, it's getting my feet in the bindings.
Yeah.
While moving.
Right. While trying to hydroplane and while trying to get going. Yeah. And then when you're up, you're just going to kind of wiggle your feet in. Once your feet are locked in, you're good to go. Like, it's all going to make sense. It's going to be like one wheel combined with snowboarding, combined with surfing, all of it together. It's going to take a little while to get used to this. But that's the gist on how you're going to get up.
All right. Look, he's testing out the straps, so it's like a backpack. Now, ideally, he should be able to ride his one wheel with that down to the water spot. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, another pole.
Still tall?
There you go. See if it can slide in the element. Should just be able to, maybe a little sideways, but. Boom. She fits.
There's that.
Okay, thank you.
There's that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do we owe you?
All right, we are here at, what is this, Gladstone?
I was just gonna start off that way. Welcome to kinda Portland. I mean, we're in the city for sure.
Yeah.
But we're not downtown. So right up here, that's I-205. You know where all the fires got started off of, and you saw the arrest? Yeah, that's 205 right there, the one on the news. Yeah. Anyway, so we're just down here at the docks. Like, people are kayaking and they're canoeing, mostly fishermen out here. We're just gonna go through the setup. Again, if this is something that you're interested in, do not talk to anyone else but Panama City Beach out in Florida, Jetsurf. And I got a specific person you need to talk to because she's amazing. So yeah, this is what you got to do when you get here. You got to set things up. Engine stops. So everything seems to be working good. We're gonna leave the hatch open. It's always good to just let it dry out, let it air out at all times. And we're gonna suit up. We'll see you in the water.
that was epic.
So day 2, just south of Portland on the Willamette River. Just wanted to give a shout out to Jetsurf PCB and State Storage. Without them, I would have never had this day and the day before, and it's just been amazing. And the culture out here, we got it all figured out now. Fisher boats are by the 205 bridge, and then speedboats are pretty much everywhere making wakes, so we're not the ones causing problems around here. And then the beach down there is where all the jet skis and the stand-ups are. And then the jet boat comes flying through with all the tourists and whip shitties. So we kind of figured out how places run here. And yeah, it's just another amazing day. I mean, it's the end of September. And I could probably get by without the sweatsuit, but why not have it, you know?
Yeah.
It's your day.
Dude, it was a great day. I feel so lucky to be a part of this. Brandon, thank you for having me out here.
You're welcome.
And can't wait to see what else we can do on this thing out there. Go to some new spots. Catch you next time.